What's going on, guys? My name is Fake Thriller. Today I am joined by Snooze603, and this is episode number 1 of a new series we're starting called Weapon Review Follow-Up. And the point is, we're going to follow up on some of the weapons that we've reviewed already and talk about them a little bit more in depth. When we make the weapon reviews, we only have about a 3 to 4 minute window to get our points across, and we kind of have to cut out some of our more long-winded thoughts in favor of, you know, nice, clean-cut, short thoughts to put out in the video. So we're just going to, you know, talk about, in this video, we're going to talk about the M4A1 and the AKS-74U, the starting weapons for the engineer class. They were the first 2 reviews that we did, and we're going to go back and sort of, you know, talk about the review, talk about some stuff. So.
Yeah, exactly. Not only just review it, and it gives us the opportunity to kind of give an updated view of it as well. Kind of expand upon our thoughts. We've obviously had more time since the last time we played those that maybe some of our opinions changed. Yeah,
so starting with the M4A1, Snoop, you gave it a 4 out of 5 last, or in the review. So what do you think now? Has your point changed or what?
Yes, it has changed. And this gun, to me, without a doubt, is a 5 out of 5. It's my 3rd favorite weapon to use in this game. And I regret the way I graded it. I don't grade the weapons now the way I used to. If anyone recalls, for the M4A1, I docked it a star. It should have been a 5 out of 5, but I only gave it a 4 because my only complaint was that it took so long to unlock on the Russian side. That's not fair. That's not the gun's fault. That's just the way that they made the game, the way that they wanted things to be unlocked. And, you know, going back on it like a couple days later, I regretted how I graded it that way, so I just stopped doing it. It should not, and it does not have any effect whatsoever on the gun's overall score. Yep.
So. This is our first like real series where it's sort of official, you know, like it's a playlist. We're going through all the weapons and stuff like that. It's the first time we've done anything like this, and it's evolving. If you go back and watch these first 2 reviews, there's some glaring issues with them that we've since corrected in our more recent reviews that personally make my skin crawl. Just, I don't know, the look and the feel and the sound of the reviews. So, and that also goes along with how we rate the weapons. Our views have changed while we're playing with the weapons. We think about different things and stuff like that. So we're only getting better, but like Snoop said, to rate the gun, or to dock the gun a star because it wasn't available all the time, it wasn't fair, and I didn't point it out at the time, so I'm in the same boat as him. I'm glad to see that his star has returned.
Right. That is a really good point, though, about, you know, we go back and we try and do that here and there, not often because you don't want to always look in the past, but it does help to look back in the past occasionally to learn from your mistakes, and that's the thing we've noticed with these weapon reviews. I mean, the M4A1 we only did a little over a month ago now. I think that was end of December, first week of January. It was like somewhere right in that window.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Sorry. You made me lose my train of thought.
Yeah, I can make cuts, don't worry.
I know. But it is important because you can go back and you can listen to it kind of totally objectively again, you know, totally unbiased. Like, what did we sound like back then? It wasn't even that long ago, but I know we've made some changes here and there. So let's go back and review what it used to sound like. You know, and first off, the glaring thing to me was the reason why I docked it. I was like, oh, that's not right. I can't be doing that anymore. And then just some quality issues. Again, like what Fake Thriller said, I cringed going back and listening to the overall quality, which isn't all that bad, but it's not as good as what we have it to now. And don't you guys ever get complacent with us either. If you see something or hear something that's an issue, don't be afraid to let it, you know, put it up in the comments. Be like, hey, you know what I noticed about your videos is this. So if you want to have that, you know, change or bring it to our attention or anything, don't hesitate. Drop a comment, let us know. Because we're always trying to up the quality of our videos every single time.
Yep. And as for my grade, I gave the M4A1 a 5 out of 5. And I'll stand by that. The gun is a go-to weapon for mine, especially in the engineer class. I think I use that the most. And I know it's definitely a go-to weapon when I need to be taking aircraft down. I usually equip the M4A1. So It's just as good as it was. As for the AKS-74U, I think we both gave it a 4.
I do believe you're right.
And
I think, unfortunately, I rated it a 4 for the same reasons.
Yeah.
But we made that one right on the heels of the M4A1. We didn't have a chance to take a step back and review it. Like, okay, are we happy with our template? Like, how we're going about this thing from absolute start to absolute finish. And we made the adjustments after that. But again, I think that gun, I'm happy with a 4 out of 5. I've gotten to use it a lot more since then.
And it's safe to say that you prefer the M4 over the AKS?
Yep, because the AKS has got a little bit of a slower fire rate, and I feel like it's not unruly by any means, but I feel like the recoil is a little bit more noticeable, a little bit more jumpy. It tends to get away from you just a tad more than the M4A1. So that's enough to... I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the 4 out of 5. I wouldn't take that back. It still doesn't mean it's a bad gun by any means.
No.
I just don't think it's perfect.
No, you can't go wrong with either of these guns. As for future episodes of this series, we're gonna have a lot more to say on a lot of the guns that we've already done. And one of the things we're going to take into account is some of the comments that you guys have left and everything like that, talking about the guns' reputation, and all that stuff. And the first 2 guns here, you know, they're highly rated. Everybody loves them. Everybody's used them at a point. So there's not much more to say than what we've already said. But we wanted to get this series on the road and get you guys a little bit more gameplay with these weapons. So expect some more of these in the future. Snoop, do you have anything more to say on these guns?
The only thing I can add for both of them, certainly specifically for the M4A1, it's something I didn't bring up in the review, and I regret it because it's very important as to why I think that gun is so good. The M4A1, like, if I pick that gun up for whatever reason, I'm out of ammo, or I'm just not happy with the gun that I'm using anymore, if I'm trying out something new, whatever the case, doesn't matter what's on that gun. Does not matter at all what attachments are on it. I'm happy with it. Everyone has that moment where they're like, fuck, I'm out of ammo, I need another gun. Or for whatever reason, you need another gun. And you'll pick up something that you just get pissed off instantly, like, oh, why do I have this? I'd be better off just running with my pistol and hoping to God that someone will replenish me ammo, or I'll find a better gun laying on the ground. That's not the case with the M4A1 or even the AKS-74U. Either one, I don't care what's on it. If I pick it up, I'm fucking stoked. Like, I am 100% confident I can do just as well as I was doing before, or better. It's not a step down by any means. It's just as good or a step up from whatever I was using before that.
Well, and I guess it's the mark of a really good gun, and that's why we gave it such a good score.
Exactly.
And as far as the attachments go, I know there's a recurring theme based on the attachments that we suggest, but that's just because we're tryhards, and that's what we find to work the best. But like Snoop was saying, is these guns do work well with a variety of attachments, and if you just have a different play style than us, if you have a more stagnant play style, then some long-range scopes could be definitely right up your alley. And even the tack light. The only reason I don't use the tack light is because I need to use the laser sight so I can have the slightly better hip fire, because we both tend to find ourselves like rubbing shoulders with the enemy. So
yeah, exactly. And I just don't feel right using that flashlight. It's not like bitchy or anything. I just find it annoying. Like, I hate when someone has a flashlight. It literally is worse than looking up into the sun on this game, or even in real life for that matter. It hurts, and I don't like it when people throw that in my eyes. So I purposely don't use it for that reason. I find it really, really annoying and literally painful.
I was on Reddit the other day, and somebody posted up in the Battlefield subreddit saying the topic said the most useless piece of equipment in Battlefield 3, and it showed a picture, I think, of like the support class, and it zoomed up on his face, and he had like these dark sunglasses on. It was like, what the fuck? Like, these don't do anything.
This is true.
So yeah, I mean, I actually get distracted more by the flashlight when I see the beam hit the wall. I end up looking like at the beam of light like a fucking cat.
Yep.
But anyway, so that's gonna wrap it up for episode 1. Follow-up thoughts on the first couple of reviews we did. Leave your guys' thoughts in the comments again on these weapons, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Hey guys, check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/fakethriller and twitter.com/snoof603.